After 5 postponements, the 20th National Sports Festival started on Tuesday, the 6th of April, and is scheduled to last till the 14th. Over 1 week of displaying talent by Nigerians based both home and abroad. It's an exciting display that's on Special Report for this week. You're welcome. I'm Ini John Mekwa. The National Sports Festival started in 1973 at the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. It was organized by the federal government through the National Sports Commission for athletes from the 36 states of the country. For a country that just came out of war, it was conceived as a unifying tool with the main purpose of promoting peace and cross-culture. The festival legacy continued in the Northwest with Kaduna 77, Southwest Oluyole 79, South-South Bendel 81 and Kwara 85. So many talented young sportsmen and women have been discovered, and many of the athletes have been sponsored to the United States, where they've grown into world champions. Some of the athletes have represented the country in the All-Africa Games, Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games, and World Championship Scarlet with their captivating performances.
Set.
In athletics, some stars have been made through the festival. They include Peter Kodogbe, Esther Oguji, Gloria Ojukwu, Janet Omoroge, Ezinwa Brothers, Innocent Egbunike, Chidi Moore, Mary Onyali, Falilat Ogunkoya, and many more. There have also been stars in table tennis, boxing, and cycling. In 2019, the 19th edition was held in the Federal Capital Territory after states refused to host the event. After that, Edo State in the South-South region bidded along with other states and won the right. The agreement was that the state facilities would be used while the federal government would fund the event. Unfortunately, COVID-19 happened, and after 4 postponements, the event was cancelled for 2020. The 5th cancellation was in February 2021, before its eventual commencement in April. Track and field athletes across the country began preparations with determination to put in their very best at the sporting event.
Athletes are being paid to do their job, and they have no excuse come the festival that they will not perform well, and as a result they have been ready, especially those who wants to win medal, because they know at the end of the day there will be award.
It was introduced in Abuja Festival, so this one will be the second festival for long tennis, wheelchair tennis. Edo won the gold medal there. We will still win the game. It's first gold all the way.
We are defending champion, and we are hoping to go to Edo to go and defend the gold we won 2 years ago.
We have been preparing for a long time now, and now by His grace of God, we know we are fully prepared.
At Lagos 2012 National Sports Festival, I also won bronze. Then at Valojet, that is international championship, and 2019, I also won gold too.
I think I won in the last National Open Championship in Lagos. I came runner-up second position. Won the silver medal in singles, and in doubles, I came first.
We are going to take part in judo. We are going to take part in table tennis, weightlifting, both the disabled and the para. We are also going to take part in wrestling, chess, badminton, and athletics.
Having assurances that the country's biggest interstate sports fiesta is finally holding a touch of unity for the 20th National Sports Festival arrived at the Samuel Igboemodion Stadium in Benin City, the state capital, for the opening ceremony on the 6th of April.
Passing on to His Excellency. Can we give a round of applause?
The governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, who received a unity touch from Mr. Peter Nelson, the secretary of the main organizing committee for the games at the government house, expressed his expectation that although the festival is coming at a difficult time, it will help to lift spirits and unite the people.
The National Sports Festival is a festival of unity, a festival that brings the entire country together. And more than ever before in our history, we need to come together at this time. This is why the Edo State government decided, in spite of all the challenges and difficulties from the pandemic, to ensure that we still hold the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival in Benin City, Edo 2020. We are glad to receive this touch, and we promise that we will keep it alive and pass it on to the next generation and the next states that will be hosting the 21st edition of this sports festival. On behalf of the citizens of Edo State and the South-South, I receive this touch from the Federal Minister for Youth and Sports.
Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause.
I will now pass the touch on to the Deputy Governor, who will now run with it to the sports village and galvanize our sportsmen and women for the event.
Holding the long jump race.
Having the festival in the pandemic required a different setting, one of which is a reduction in the number of athletes from 14,000 to 8,000.
Where's your result?
The local organizing committee played its part by ensuring that no athlete is admitted to the games arena without a certified COVID-19 test certificate.
Hello. Just pause that process. Please, where is the other? Please, if you are with come.
The committee confirmed 7 positive COVID-19 cases from the tests conducted on athletes and officials of participating teams.
I want to say that most, if not all, of the sports contingents across board has been most cooperative. What you are seeing is expected, because when you see large numbers gather, some of them want to be free and get to do certain things, but we have been on top of our games in terms of sensitizing them about their individual and corporal roles they need to play in terms of observing COVID-19 compliance, especially with regards to the use of their face masks. We have had more negatives in terms of people who are being enrolled into the sports village. We have had few cases of positives. We have had 7 positive cases, and I will not go into the states that were affected. But the good news is that as a state response, we are amped on ensuring that the Games Village is safe for our sports contingents and will make it very difficult for spread of COVID-19. Every confirmed case, positive case of COVID-19 is quickly isolated. So the 7 cases have been quickly isolated and they are now at the Stella Obasanjo Isolation Facility. This is very, very important if we are to win our war against COVID and also to minimize the risk of spread of COVID-19 in very high super spreader events like we are having. My team, they are well motivated. What we are doing is that every team that comes, it must come with their 72 hours COVID-19 test result. That gains them entrance into screening. Anything that doesn't come with their test result will not be screened. And technically, they are telling us that they don't want to be part of the process.
On the D-Day, Samuel Ugbemudia Stadium came alive for the 20th time in history. Each state represented in the march past in a colorful funfair.
Anambra State, light of the nation.
Governor Godwin Obaseki, Deputy Governor Philip Schreiber, Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dari, Commissioner for Sports of different states, and many other dignitaries were in attendance.
The Sports Festival is rightly dubbed Nigeria's Olympic show that showcases Nigeria's best talents in over 32 different sporting events. By the sheer population of the participants, historically, normally about 14,000, the reach of this festival, it engages our youth, and the National Sports Festival deserves a prominent place in the priority of any government.
My first festival was 2011, that was Rivers State. I secured silver and bronze. Then my second festival was, that's Eko 2012. I won bronze. Then my last festival, which was the Abuja 2018, I won gold in the team kata. And this one, let me say, I'm expecting 2 gold.
I will be glad to see my girl, Imabon Soko, the 14-year-old girl who won the 400-meter athletics edition, defend her title. And of course, we have some other young athletes who have come here to showcase their talent. So we'll be very glad to do well, and by the grace of God, I believe this is going to be the best outing for Akwa Ibom State, because the executive governor of Akwa Ibom State has done it so well for us, and we will also replicate it.
Days into the games, the local organizing committee started talking about shutting down the games if the federal government, through the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Development, refused to release funds.
Maybe shutting down the 20th National Sports Festival, not because Edo State is not ready, not because the facilities are not here. For us, it's the love for the nation and our support and the synergy that we have with federal government that led to the continuation of this festival. The 20th National Sports Festival, after much postponement, which was orchestrated by the COVID-19 pandemic and at the instance of federal government. And you know, even the Honorable Minister attested to the fact that such situation will go with a cost. And we've gotten full commitment by the Honorable Minister, who is the spokesperson as far as this sporting activities is concerned, the commitment of federal government to fund. And as a result of that, because of the trust that we have to look for sponsors that are not available because of the pandemic. We have to source. We have to get our vendors to commit their own personal resources and company resources with the commitment that when we get these funds from federal government as promised, we will pay them for what the services they are providing. As I speak to you, it took the grace of God for the caterers not to shut down. Other vendors are threatening to shut down. We already had it in our plan to shut down the MOC office. Other venues will be shut down if we don't get full commitment. We will allow the games to continue. If we don't get full commitment, we might not have any choice. This is not a threat. It's not a threat. We are ready to collaborate with federal government in all its policies, but it's just that our vendors are threatening to shut down. And the state has no resources to commit to the extent that we have already committed. That is why it's regrettable to have this situation in our hands.
After 2 days, the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Youth, Sports and Development, Nembolisa Anako, spoke on the issue, saying it had been resolved. The resolution, according to him, was reached following a meeting with the Edo State Governor with assurances that funds will be made available for the Games.
The Honourable Minister met with His Excellency, the hard-working Governor of Edo State, on this news that we had and fully briefed him on the developments. The Presidency also called and spoke with Excellency the Governor to confirm that the process of getting this financial assistance done is at the final stages. However, I want to put on record that the ministry is yet to receive a letter of conveyance from the necessary quarters on what the federal government is willing to offer the state government. And I believe shortly we'll get that, and once we get that, we'll convey to the state government. As the accounting officer of the ministry, if there was any fund released by the federal government for assistance to Edo State government, I should know. So far, none has been released. But with today's development and assurance from the Presidency, you can take it to the bank that there will be assistance to the state government. And like I said earlier, we are working very closely together with the state government to support them, because since in February, we were here to jointly tour the facilities with the local organizing committee, with the PTF, with the NCDC, and we've seen all the preparations in place, and the games have taken off successfully, and it was based on that that we made recommendation to Mr. President that even though it is ordinarily the duty of the host state to finance the games, but like I said earlier, on account of earlier postponements, this assistance was promised, and this assistance is going to be delivered. But the fact remains that the 20th edition of National Sports Festival has taken up to a very grand flag-off opening ceremony. The athletes, the teaming youths, over 9,000 in the games villages and in different sports venues, they are competing. And they are the whole Benin City is agog with activities after the lockdown occasioned by COVID-19. And the issues of stopping the games or postponing the game should be disregarded, especially following the intervention, the meeting held between His Excellency the State Governor, and the Honourable Minister of Youth and Sports Development, and further intervention from the Presidency to assure the State Government that they are not left alone. There will be an assistance, and it will be done in due course.
The exciting times continue. New records have been made at the event. Colin Sobi won gold for Team Kano with a new National Sports Festival record of 53 minutes 92 seconds in the 100-meter freestyle, outstripping the former record of 54 minutes 33 seconds set by Feaka Chukwumo of Team Delta at the 2018 edition in Abuja.
Actually, we've been retaining this 4x100 meters relay for quite a number of years, and I was confident in my colleagues because look at the time frame I was confident of going to win it. Though it was quite tough because the race was not easy. There was no setback from any other the following competing state. And it was I ending the race, and as the captain, I feel that it's my responsibility to make sure that since we are at the top, let us continue it. So I have to push ahead. I am very quiet. It was actually good.
Representative of Team Bayelsa, Efieze Egbe, emerged as one of the most outstanding athletes in Benin after she took her medal haul to 5 gold medals, with victories in the 100 meters, 200 meters and 400 meters freestyle, also the 1,500 meters and the 400 meters medley.
The last time, the girl that took second dealt with me in 2018. Because she was the one that was winning all the gold and I was the one that was taking all the silver. But I said, no, this one I cannot come back because I'm a golden girl. It's not a silver girl. So I need to come back with full speed to let her know that there is senior in swimming. Yes, Bayelsa did a lot. And our governor supported us for it because he knows that we are from the riverine area. So we have to do something to show them that we are from the riverine area. So he has been taking good care of us. So we thank the governor for taking good care of us, and we are showing it that indeed we are doing well.
As at the time of this production, the festival defending champion, Team Delta, was in the lead with 83 gold, 64 silver and 60 bronze medals, bringing their total to 207 medals. Host team Edo was second with 67 gold, 62 silver and 60 bronze medals. While Team Bayelsa in the third place with 37 gold, 32 silver and 35 bronze medals. Rivers follow in fourth place with 21 gold, 22 silver and 32 bronze medals. And Team Lagos rounds off the top 5 with 15 gold, 15 silver and 32 bronze medals.
Pikin will grow and pass his father. That was what you guys just saw now. Because he was my father, he's my father in the game. But I've come now to overthrow him in the weight category. Me winning the gold medal in the minor 67 low-key category, that does not mean that I will just go home and sit back and relax. No, I have to work hard to continue with my training so that I can be able to defend it when next we meet. I'm hoping for the next Olympic.
We have done our best, to make sure we motivate them and they come out with the expected results. From the look of things, though it's not easy, in every game there must be a winner, there must be a loser. But I'm not saying we are losers, so God forbid, we are not part of losers. Losing doesn't flow in our vein. So our athletes are actually trying, but just that we've not gotten a gold medal. But I'm certain that before the end of this whole thing, we'll show records gold medals.
As the festival continues, more states make their way into the medal table. What a rich country Nigeria is, be it in natural and human resources. There's a lot to boast of. Imagine developing these talents, the pride and revenue that the country will enjoy. Well, we hope to see that real soon. That's it for this episode of the program. Do reach out to us with your questions and comments. I'm Ini John Mekwa.